Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Buffaloes will boot it away to start the game. He'll return it. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up.
takes the opening kickoff back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Miller. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Buffaloes offense will take the first swing of the game. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Buffaloes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Takes the handoff. It's Price. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's see what they do on third down. Lewis wants to pass. Fires to the middle. That's caught. It's Brown. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Buffaloes will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense will take the field for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like,
turning it on! Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Horned Frogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
And not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on the play.
But that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball, and they did it there.
100%, especially guys that are so big and strong and elusive nowadays. They're going to break tackles. Keep swarming, keep hitting them. Next guy, don't assume the tackle's going to be made.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. To the air, it's Hoover. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Offense gets set for second down. With the catch, it's Miller. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29. It's been a rough start for these guys. And you look down the schedule in the Big 12, there aren't many soft landing spots.
Well, Well, no doubt about it. This team has had some bad breaks early this year in Big 12 play, but they've got to make good things happen, David. They've got to do a better job of executing offensively, defensively, and on special teams, and it's got to start today.
Yeah, finding a way to make those critical plays. Because, you know, what do you know in the Big 12? There's always going to be a lot of scoring, right? And they've come up short, but I think as you find yourself throughout the season, you got to realize, I got to build those confidence. I got to make those plays. And once you do it once, and maybe it happens today, you start to build that confidence.
TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Steps away. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Going with the counter play here. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Leaves it with the back. And that's a live ball behind the line. Defense covering. Not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. To throw, it's Hoover. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted deep in his own end. That's a fumble on the play. He picks it up, still on his feet.
I gotta tell you, man, I'm impressed. Not with the throw, not with the decision, but how the offense flew around after the interception, getting to the ball, David, and creating that fumble.
And I think the QB breathing a big sigh of relief. He thought he made a game-changing pick, but how about flying to the football, like you said, making the tackle, getting the football out, recovering it, and, you know, getting a 1st down. That's how you do it.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, TCU! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. At midfield, he's got room. Racing down the left side. He's at the... And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bucks! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Yeah, we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Might be calling a hot route. They'll run the toss. Finding open areas. Got enough for the first. He's all the way across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41 in the running game, getting it done. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Handoff to the lone back. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. But forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Fires to the tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 6. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Wide open downfield. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Buffaloes will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Hayden. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To the air, it's Salter. Makes the grab. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. And the Buffaloes have moved it inside the 20.
When you play zone and you drop back, you're dropping back to a spot. And that means there's going to be holes. And the quarterback has to do a good job of reading it, seeing it, throwing it between those holes. He does a really nice job there. Makes the defense pay for playing zone coverage.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Gonna look downfield again. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. So that penalty will wipe away some strong red zone execution and take the score off the board. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Firing to the right, complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On third down, he drops to throw. Using the quick game. Breaks into the open. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on fourth down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. That is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
And that hurts, missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
When you run this out route, you know you're starting to get close to the sidelines. I know I got to start slowing down and find a way to drag or get one toe, a pinky toe, a big toe, whatever I can inbounds. Nice effort, nice catch, way to keep something in bounds.
And the Horned Frogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He makes the grab. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Second down coming up. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Payne. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. The field goal is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. These corners backing off a bit. Here's a heat. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Fort Worth. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move-the-chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. And with that, back to Amon G. Carter Stadium and our outstanding broadcast team.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Grab behind the line. It's Brown. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
So now it's 2nd and long. Trying play action. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half being down. I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes the grab. It's Miller. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Buffaloes line up to punt it away. Nice punt, and he'll make the fair catch at the 6-yard line. And while you can quibble with that, I guess starting at the 6 is better than starting at the 1. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Now they'll run the draw. Gives him some room to operate as he rumbles ahead for 6 out to the 15-yard line. The Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to power their way ahead. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on 3rd down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. And the Horned Frogs are on the move. Holds and fires it complete to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Got it behind the line. It's Barnes. He breaks a tackle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Kick is in the air. On his way back from the 20. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. Caught in the backfield. It's Brown. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Man, you could almost feel the quarterback's eyes getting big on that completion. I don't think even he could believe how wide open his target was. He knew, man, if I just get this to him accurately, something really good is going to happen. That's exactly what transpired. Nice throw, nice catch, nice play.
That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Salter. Makes the grab, it's Williams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Lets it fly deep downfield. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. The give to the tailback. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Barnes. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. And the Horned Frogs with the 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. There he goes. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Makes the catch. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Snap it to the back. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Horned Frogs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking for space. It's Payne. Powerful running as he trucks his way to the 28.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Horned Frogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the gun. Give on the inside. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. If they can pick up a yard here on 2nd down, that might put this one in the books. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. The Horned Frogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, TCU! And they take it in for 6 more points. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The DBs will back off a bit. Looking to pass. It's Salter. It's caught. Spins away from the defense. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And the Buffaloes want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Catch in the middle, it's Miller. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Buffaloes will try to move the chains on 4th down. Off play action. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn.
Looking for the end zone. And that falls incomplete on 4th down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys.
Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
That's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step.
Sends it downfield. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.